Alright, here we go. This is a custom 1v1 on Duel between the Carbon player in the upper left, Thekhumi in the Raptor Neo, and his opponent, the red player in the bottom right, BonGeBon in the Shark Helix. So, interesting builds this time. Thekhumi is going to go Leveler Neo and Flackers, which is the anti-Neo AA. Unfortunately for BonGeBon, he has Seekers, so that's not necessarily, you know, the choice AA to go against Neo, so we will get this game started. BonGeBon going with no sockets, initially going to go for that kill on the goalie. Using Gemini will take a little bit longer than normal. Thekhumi doing a little bit of harass against these level 4 creeps. It'll take a really long time to kill the level 4 creeps in the infantry bulbs, and they do not actually get killed. So BonGeBon going to be putting down defenses immediately, and Thekhumi coming back, not bringing any units, actually just queuing up more levelers, and BonGeBon getting even further ahead. Well, I don't know if that's exactly the proper way to put it, but continuing his mid-fight, finishing off that goalie, getting a little bit of EXP, and going to start on his mid-fight. The Ratchet salvaging that goalie, and Thekhumi still putting down levelers, I guess because he just really wants to hit his ultimate. Once he does, any Seekers that BonGeBon puts down on the field are actually going to work against him whenever Thekhumi wants them to, pending cooldown of Stasis Blast, I guess. And now trying to focus Bonji. I don't think this is very productive at all. He's not going to be able to kill him, and is forced to retreat. Actually making a cluster of Dillos up here. Will eventually do a side push, I'm guessing, but BonGeBon going to be taking the mid. Needs to do it a little bit more aggressively if he doesn't scout that side push whenever Thekhumi, yeah, just making more and more Dillos. But Thekhumi actually will help. Oh, BonGeBon did not. Oh, okay. I was going to say BonGeBon didn't try to follow, but Thekhumi got killed by a Hunter Seeker anyway, so there you go. BonGeBon's going to get even more and more ahead on this mid-fight, which isn't actually a fight because Thekhumi is not contesting Bonji at all. Now going to secure his forward with creeps. Why not? Because you're waiting for things to build. He's actually making Mortys to eventually take the mid, and not scouted that side cluster of Dillos yet. And that's actually kind of dangerous for BonGeBon. If he doesn't notice, those Dillos could slip by, either hit the close or hit the forward. Let me take a quick pause, actually. They'll go down this lane, either take the forward, probably neutralize it in passing, and go straight for the fort with the optional switch to T for this close, which gives Thekhumi a lot of options should BonGeBon not scout it, and actually putting down a flacker. One flacker, I don't really know how effective that's going to be, but BonGeBon still not noticing it, still has not taken mid, still has not been able to clear it, because he hasn't actually had the aid of his opponent in taking one side, still not scouting that side, scouting the front of Thekhumu's fort and the left side of the map, definitely the wrong side of the map to scout at this point, and Thekhumu's Dillo line is getting closer and closer to BonGeBon's forward. BonGeBon making a cluster of Mortys over here, planning to eventually take mid, but now does see the line of Dillos coming for his forward, sets these units on T for the surround, but now Thekhumi going to supplement his Dillos, moving toward BonGeBon's fort with even more Dillos. Is he going to switch to T? No, he's just going to keep going. So BonGeBon has to set a small defense down. Oh, a misposition artillery over here. Oh, or not. Oh, they're arties, so we didn't really have to position them that far. But now Thekhumi is going to probably, okay, yeah, he did switch these to T, so we will neutralize this forward. BonGeBon probably won't be able to stop it at this point, but he does have, well, I don't know how to say control mid. There's a lot of Dillos out on the field for Thekhumi. Actually, it's pretty even in terms of the unit upkeep out on the field, 21 to 30. It is a 9 difference, but I think a lot of the upkeep that's taken up by BonGeBon's side right now is in infantry. And oh man, the artillery just right next to all those Dillos, very, very dangerous. So Thekhumi easily going to hold that forward. BonGeBon really needs to take the mid, but Thekhumi has plenty of Dillos on this side of the mid. And, okay, BonGeBon's going to be able to clear them with the Mortys and his own Helix Fire, but will Thekhumi move? Oh, he's just moving straight to the fort, which is pretty much undefended. One already sitting there for BonGeBon's defense. Now he does he see it yet? I'm pretty sure he does. And, gonna go for the neutralize on the close. Can afford to take a little bit of fort damage for now. So if he can, and he's still ahead in the upkeep, 18 to 22, not that far ahead though. And Thekhumi actually doing a lot. I'm surprised he's not doing any repositioning, just trying to kill the Gemini that are set down for defense. But yeah, oh, he has lost this forward outpost, so now he has almost nothing left on the field. BonGeBon's taken about a third of his forward health. It's not that bad. And is he going to push out with these? Yes, he is. But Thekhumi, just brought Dillos, not creeps or infantry or anything, so he's not going to be able to take this forward outpost back under his control. And BonGeBon body blocking for his creeps. Oh, Thekhumi with that stasis able to kill 1 or 2 of those creeps. One goes in, the Dillos will knock it back down, but Thekhumi forced to retreat, and BonGeBon now is going to be able to get control of this map for the most part. Oh, 4 creeps go. Oh, okay. Kumi, oh, not able to grab the 4th creep, so not going to be able to grab that outpost under his control. Might not have been able to do it anyway. Oh, but one runner goes in, and oh, there he goes. It goes to Kumi's side. So what will Kumi do with this? He really needs to just drop some. Oh, but sending from that forward, man, strange moves. And BonGeBon already retaking this outpost with those Gemini firing in. And Kumi once again moving out. Oh, the heavy mine. Oh, the Dillo barely grazing it there, but only 1 killed, I think. I think maybe a couple took a little bit more splash damage, but BonGeBon still does not have control of this middle outpost. And Kumi taking the box. Oh, man, the other box still up for grabs. 4:55, so they've been out on the field for about 20 seconds. BonGeBon can grab the 2nd box, but doesn't realize the time. Kumi can actually grab the 2nd box as well, and he will. But BonGeBon now has to deal with another line of Dillos that has reached his fort. And no defensive units, once again, did move out those those Gemini that he initially set down, and Bertha out for Kumi. Oh man, this might be pretty devastating. Should he okay, he puts it on the socket in great positioning there, recovers a lot of tanks in its range. And BonGeBon still trying to take care of these Dillos sent to his fort. Actually is less than half his life now, so that's pretty dangerous for him. So might want to just station some defenses there just in case Kumi decides to pull that again. And Kumi actually killing a fair amount. BonGeBon has not noticed that the Bertha is firing in. However, fortunately for him, he still has this jammer over here. If Kumi can snipe it, or if it just takes enough splash damage and gets finished off, BonGeBon might lose all of his tanks over here in almost an instant just because Berthas do so much damage. Kumi with 2 Dillos not going to prioritize on neutralizing this outpost, but just going to prioritize on trying to kill some more tanks, and actually does get another one at the cost of a Dillo, but even more Dillos coming out, and lots of Dillos coming out for Kumi actually, so no artillery fight, or at least not the traditional artillery fight for Kumi. Repositioning his Berthas, trying to get more of BonGeBon's Gemini and tanks and all that stuff killed. And his jammer has gone down. Will BonGeBon actually notice this? I don't even know if he's okay. I'm sure he's seen those artillery shots fired, you know, coming in. So yeah, he probably is aware to make another jammer, but will he? I mean, it's once again a question of presence of mind, and really need to just realize that that's what you have to do. Kumi again making Dillos. And I mean, another push to BonGeBon's fort might be able to do it. BonGeBon does have 3 Geminis defending, so okay, might want to do a quick scout first. Does he have cloak even? Oh man, lots of abilities. Yeah, I mean, what did I didn't check till now, but he has a lot of abilities. So just dropping with stasis and using his ultimate ability. Let's see how many Seekers. BonGeBon only has 1 out on the field. Probably a wise choice, seeing as he is playing against Neo. Oh, but is going to reposition these Seekers. Okay, in defensive position. Might want to do that with everything. But Kumi's going to get free reign on firing right now, as BonGeBon is away from the mid fight right now. But another set of ratchets going down for BonGeBon, but Kumi again with a huge, oh man, okay, what did he set these to? And heavy mines, okay, in anticipation, okay, the preemptive heavy mines, love seeing that. And BonGeBon running out of energy with Arties in cargo, and will not be able to defend against these Dillos quite yet. What is Kumi doing? Laying down even more heavy mines in anticipation of BonGeBon pushing toward his fort, but BonGeBon now setting down some defensive artillery and needs to reposition these Gemini in defensive position. Oh, whoa, that's a little bit interesting. This lead one will probably die. Will Kumi switch these to T? I think he's actually just going to go with the fort attack. No, okay, he is going to switch him to T. What will BonGeBon react? Now, he needs to probably reposition everything that he has now. Repositioning the Arties. Yes, okay. Oh, man, that's a weird choice there. That's definitely not within range. What will Kumi do? Supporting it with even more Dillos. Needs to get this neutralization. And what will... Okay, BonGeBon has lost every... Okay, no. Hiding behind some trees there, but has lost a lot. But Kumi doesn't really have that much either. It's 30-52. BonGeBon might be able to get the finish on Kumi here. Kumi low on energy and not going to get finished off before he gets to that back to that fort. It wasn't that dangerous for him, but BonGeBon now with some Mortys. Is he going to try to retake this mid or what? Just stationing them here. Okay, I guess eventually going to push toward the mid. And Kumi, oh, might be able to snipe the jammer. He does. So now the Berthas will start wreaking havoc on this unit cluster over here that BonGeBon has on the right side of mid. And BonGeBon with quite a lot of Mortys actually. Okay, just refilling. Just needs to secure that close, I guess, is what he's prioritizing. But Kumi with 1 Dillo just to bother Bonji. Gonna chip away at his health even more. And BonGeBon with no defenses at his close. Quite, okay, now needs to just leave that tank there. Look at how low his life is. He really needs to just position a few defenses. It would almost definitely be worth it. And BonGeBon, oh, with some stealth artillery. Oh, but Death gets caught by Kumi. And will Kumi be able to react to this? Yes, he's going to be able to finish off that last that last that initial artillery that BonGeBon put down, and actually the heavy mine's not in the right spot to take care of the incoming tank and seekers coming in for BonGeBon, and BonGeBon might be able to pin down, or might be able to keep Thekhumi pinned down, but he's probably okay. Oh, and Thekhumi lose. Oh, will he? Oh, BonGeBon not able to get that finish. BonGeBon landing. And, okay, will he be able to, okay, doing a mass, oh, he didn't see these heavy mines. Oh, boy, that's dangerous. BonGeBon needs to set these on mass hold. Oh, he's using, okay, he did see the heavy mines, and he's using a tank drop micro to clear them, and that has actually worked. Thekhumi did put down one more heavy mine, so that will actually be pretty effective. Has been able to arm in time, and boom, there you go, 938 on 2 tanks. But BonGeBon neutralizing this forward. It does go back up to Carbon 4 now, but with a lot of tanks in this area, BonGeBon will almost definitely be able to get this neutralized and under his control. The 2 Berthas over here getting finished off by 1 Gemini, and Thekhumi on the ropes all the way back to his close outpost. A couple of Dillos and on the field, and a couple of heavy mines in his cargo. I'm sorry, in his build queue. And they are in position to stop BonGeBon from advancing even further, but BonGeBon can do the same old stuff and just do a heavy mine stomp and take them away from the field, and even might be able to just micro around them, forcing Thekhumi to keep that upkeep down on the field. It's 26 out of 50, so Thekhumi does have a little bit of room to make a little bit more, but BonGeBon, oh, sending a couple Gemini for Thekhumi to deal with. So what will BonGeBon do in this time that Thekhumi has to, mess with these Gemini going for his corner outpost? BonGeBon is doing a couple more heavy mine stomps and taking a little bit of time to do it. Will he just set these on T? Yes, he will, but Thekhumi, what does he have in queue? Oh, repositioning that one heavy mine. Will it be armed in time? Yes, it is. Oh, ow, and BonGeBon not able to stop that micro, or, use micro to stop those heavy mines from doing a lot of damage. However, Thekhumi just still trying to position mines, because once this outpost goes neutral, these tanks will get a good surround and continue their path around, but BonGeBon has been able to drop enough creeps, actually Mortys, to take this outpost under his control. And now bunkering, so it does look like BonGeBon will eventually be able to get their finish as long as he just holds and moves. It's 19 to 45, so BonGeBon has more than a 2-to-1 upkeep advantage. Oh, Thekhumi was able to retake this this outpost. Didn't actually notice that, but goes back down to neutral, and quite a lot of red presence in the area. BonGeBon bringing even more Gemini, but Thekhumi, okay, just with Dillos, I mean, more heavy mines might have been good, but again, it's a little bit iffy. It's easy to micro and to get rid of them from the field. Something else I want to see. Oh, but Thekhumi not getting finished off by BonGeBon, almost getting killed, but gets back to his fort in time. And now kind of turtling up right here at his fort with a lot of Dillos, but the leveler's still out on the field. Thekhumi already level 14 versus BonGeBon's level 10. However, the map control definitely does show the difference in income. BonGeBon just continually able to, or not income, but, the initial income that it cost Thekhumi to put those levelers down on the field. And so now Thekhumi putting more heavy mines down in anticipation of BonGeBon pushing this again, which is actually pretty great, but I don't think they're in good positions. They need to be like right here. This is where they go, right on the edge, and yeah, the heavy mines are going to be completely missing. BonGeBon actually did push in. Oh, set these to T also. Oh, they moved right past the Dillos, pretty much a shooting gallery at that point. And now BonGeBon, oh, a little bit too close. That's not really that great. Puts one healer down, and the Dillos are actually just firing away. Thekhumu's just able to clear everything that BonGeBon has set off, set forward, just because BonGeBon is just kind of sending with reckless abandon on pretty much every attack, I think, give or take. Thekhumi still defending with heavy mines and some Dillos. Good decision to put the heavy mines, I think, just to limit BonGeBon's micro and to limit him from changing commands to Y and all that stuff. BonGeBon losing this forward outpost, and actually a lot of level 4 creeps going in. Thekhumi taking it back. Actually, the creep's taking it back, but Thekhumi able to just kill. Now the upkeep is actually about even, 21 to 22. Where are BonGeBon's units, actually? There is one Gemini sitting over here, two Gemini sitting over here, one over here. So Bonji's units are all spread out thin all over the map, whereas Thekhumu's are all sitting right here, a few in defense here, and that's about it. So, and a couple of heavy mines, but yeah, I think Thekhumu's in a better position in terms of units placed around the field. However, BonGeBon with a massive income advantage, just because he has pretty much the whole map compared to what Thekhumi has. BonGeBon can just crank out more tanks, and Thekhumi will definitely not be able to keep up unless he can continue to harass and pick off BonGeBon's units. Especially with Seekers as BonGeBon's main AA, with that ultimate ability that Thekhumi has, every single drop in stasis is just going to be even more and more damage that Thekhumu's going to be able to apply to BonGeBon's unit cluster. and trying to heal up what he can. Probably just should go Gemini and healers, I guess, at this point, just because Kumi can do a stasis every, what, like, couple seconds? I forget exactly what the cooldown is nowadays. Oh, and dropping boomers as well, and boom, that tank will easily go down after Kumi fires in. Okay, Jammer. Interesting. I mean, besides the Bertha, I didn't notice any artillery out on the field by Kumi, so the Jammer is a very interesting choice, and Kumi just picking off any units BonGeBon is kind of irresponsibly leaving all over the map, and will again be able to finish off the, whatever, was that the Jammer? Yeah, that was the Jammer. I think it, does that have Bucky debris when it dies? Either way, Kumi still able to pick off units just because that stasis is preventing all the AA that BonGeBon puts down from keeping him from doing it. He actually might lose his outpost. He only has one level 3 creep left in it. Oh, it's actually level 3 creep because it's almost at 15 minutes at this point. But BonGeBon actually only has Seekers left because that's all that Kumi needs to kill the tanks. The Seekers are actually helping him. So I'm not really sure why BonGeBon isn't really realizing that. It's just, he just needs to you know, tank it up at this point. Gemini have fast rotation speed, and yes, the Kumi can dance around them pretty quickly, but at least he won't get, you know, if the Seekers are on the field, he won't have units helping him, or at least if you're in BonGeBon's perspective, if you won't have units aiding your enemy, I guess. And now, yeah, so healers and tanks are probably a good choice, but in this time, BonGeBon losing a lot of units to harass. Kumi sending out 20 Dillos, 4 in his build queue, along with 1 Flacker. Not really that relevant since BonGeBon is a level 11 Helix, so it's not super critical. But with this, Kumi probably will be able to take map control, will be able to neutralize this forward with his Dillos, probably will be able to neutralize these if he just sets a couple of T or just micros a little bit, and he is setting them to, okay, no, just flew over with a mass selection there. But what will BonGeBon choose to defend? His fort or his close? Kumi choosing to switch to the close, which is probably the best option at this point. But BonGeBon easily able to set down a lot of the Gemini defense. But repositioning his Seeker, probably not that good of a decision. Seeker in the front, Gemini in the back in this case, in this scenario, probably would have been the best, just so the Seeker could take the damage, because it wasn't very valuable at all. But the Gemini needed to hit the back of those Dillos to be able to deal enough damage. But now it's 30 to 16, and Kumi is actually going in for the kill. He definitely smells blood. BonGeBon trying to put the artillery down in either offensive or defensive position, but Kumi keeping on moving every single unit that he has on the field in this area, and BonGeBon's not going to be able to use those artillery very effectively, and all the Dillos have been able to hit BonGeBon's fort now. It's a little bit overwhelming for BonGeBon to handle at this point, and he already had about 2/3 of his life taken out, and with this last 2 Dillos dropped, this probably will be it. I don't think BonGeBon's going to be able to produce enough to defend against what Kumi has on the field. Does drop the artillery here in defensive position, but that's not going to be quick enough. BonGeBon getting finished off by the Kumi with all those Dillos, and that immense amount of harass. BonGeBon playing incredibly aggressive. I think if Bonji just kind of sat and waited and turtled, not even turtled, but just sat in defensive position, went to the next outpost, produced tanks, sat in the next defensive position, like a kind of a more standard game, he might have been able to take it, but his kind of overly aggressive play there, and just continuing to move forward and moving, might have worked should he probably went pure tank with a few healers. But then when he sat all of his stuff right there in front of Kumi's fort, with Seekers, it allowed Kumi to just drop stasis, get a little, get all that extra damage from the Seekers, and just pick off units left and right, just dancing around those Gemini, never getting killed. Only 1 death, and that was earlier to that Hunter Seeker. And so that was pretty much the deciding factor, I think, when BonGeBon just decided to put all of his units and leapfrog them forward. Didn't really use artillery, didn't really put that many healers down, and just allowed Kumi to pick off his units left and right. So great game, though. Very, very interesting to see. Definitely a different game. Not a really standard game flow, I would say, for sure. So, guys, if you see anything that's not standard game flow, I definitely want to see it. Very unique set of circumstances this time. Kumi going Leveler Neo, and BonGeBon going pretty standard with a Helix play generator. Pretty standard meta style. Didn't scout that side push. If he scouted the side push, I think he might have been able to just hold off, bring his units back a little bit in defensive position. Kumi would have not been able to make it his way back from that, I think. Or would he? If BonGeBon continued with the way he continued this time, possible. Definitely possible. But either way, send your replays into me. And, yeah, keep on playing AirMech. This is RUI, and that is game See you next time.